Hey, what's up, guys? YouTube, Facebook, how you doing today? Thanks for following me. I appreciate it. I hope this information you guys get on here is helpful. I hope you're using it. I hope you're passing it on to other people. If you know someone that is interested in keto or that you think would benefit from keto, hit the share button and the like button, not sure which side it's on, and the bell to subscribe. That way you get a notice whenever I put on a new video. But today I just got back from the gym. I'm on about hour 70 of a 120-hour fast. Feeling good, a lot of energy. Workout was good. I did not notice any lack of energy in my workout. So just know that all that stuff is false. You can work out when you're fasting, and it's great. So anyway, that aside, I didn't come to talk about that today. Today I came to talk about a guy named Dr. John Yudkin. He was a scientist who wrote a book and did a study about how sugar causes cardiovascular, or the link between sugar and cardiovascular disease. That was heavily disputed by a gentleman named Ansel Keys. He's a nutritionist who did the you may be familiar, I don't know, but he did the 7-country study. He picked 7 European countries, and he kind of cherry picked the countries that he picked because they fit more in with his research. He left out Holland, Norway, West Germany, and I almost said West Virginia. That's not a European country. And then anyway, left West Virginia, and he left out France. And that was because those countries consumed a diet high in saturated fat and had very low instances of heart disease, cardiovascular disease, or coronary heart disease. He also omitted a country, Chile, and the reason for that is because he knew that they consumed low amounts of saturated fat and had very high instances of coronary heart disease or cardiovascular disease. So his research is highly backed. His research is known to be profound and heavily accepted by the United States, and that is actually where we got our food pyramid from, is from his research. They started that. His research was done in the late 40s, early 50s, and in about 1955, well, not in about, it was 1955, President Eisenhower had his first heart attack. His doctor put him on a low saturated fat, low calorie diet, high carbohydrate diet, and he did that. He had stopped smoking when he was about 40. He was doing this diet, and then he died in 1969 of cardiovascular disease. Now, I'm not going to say that that was linked to the diet. It's very hard to say. I mean, the life expectancy after your first heart attack, I think, is about 8 years. He was already surpassed the age, the life expectancy of a man for his time. I think he was 78. So. Anyways, so I'm not going to attribute that, but what I will attribute to that is about the time that the United States started looking into a low-fat way of eating. In 1977, George McGovern, with a committee from the Senate, started researching this. They adopted the findings of Ansel Keys. And that's when the USDA came up with the food pyramid. I believe it was about 1980 when they enacted it. So we've been following that quote unquote standard American diet since 1980. The UK adapted it in 1983. They thought that it was also a good way to go since the United States was doing it, and they found favor on Ansel Keys' research. And just so happens that the United States and the UK, ever since 1983, have had a large epidemic of obesity, and not too short after have started having a huge epidemic of type 2 diabetes. Now, is that correlation by chance? I don't believe it is. I believe it's highly related to the large amounts of carbohydrates that are recommended. They recommend 50 to 60% of your diet come from carbohydrates. Now, they do say whole grain carbohydrates, but I'm sorry, your body recognizes carbohydrates as a carbohydrate. It doesn't recognize whole grain versus not whole grain versus complex versus highly processed. Your body breaks it all down the same. So, anyways, the the countries that he picked, I said they were cherry picked. He did that, and we've followed it. Even though since then we've had lots of randomized controlled studies that show that low fat, high carbohydrate, low calorie diets, they don't help with diabetes. In fact, they make chronic disease worse. So I mean, there's many diets out there, Weight Watchers, the DASH diet that doctors recommend. They don't work. People do the DASH diet and they keep coming back to the doctor with high blood pressure, with obesity, high cholesterol. It just doesn't work. I'm sorry. And there's research backing it. So we've followed this paradigm because it's been highly accepted, because it's all we've really known. But it's not. It's not the way that things need to go. We need to follow the keto diet, and that's just the way that people are meant to eat. I mean, whenever it was back in times before, before we had highly processed foods, I mean, people ate, meat and veggies and stuff like that. Back in the beginning of times, we ate meat. There were no Twinkies and there was no Wonder Bread. Those things didn't exist then. You didn't just walk around and find cupcakes on the side of the road. You were living off the earth, and we were hunter foragers, hunter gatherers. If you found some veggies, you would eat them, consume them, but most of the time it was meat. You might happen upon a natural fruit tree or a beehive. They might get, some honey every once in a while, but they got tired of being stung by bees, so they probably left those alone. So, I mean, simple carbohydrates just didn't exist in nature. So, the ketogenic way of life is very good. It's just the right way for your body to eat. And I mean, I'm being kind of simplistic here, but I want to try and keep it simple, hence the keto simplicity for my Facebook page. I don't want to always be so, down to the science of it. But you can enjoy lots of things on the ketogenic diet. You don't have to worry, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. Yeah, I mean, you can't eat potato chips, but there's other things that you can eat that are just as delicious. So I hope you guys found this information interesting. I hope you can follow the ketogenic way of life and help with your health. If you have chronic disease like I do, type 2 diabetes, but it's much better now, and I would say reversed because my blood sugars are normal. Started out at 262 down to 167, and feeling great, better than I ever have in my life. I feel better than I did in my 20s, from what I can remember of it. I'm 43 now, so yeah, it's hard to remember if you know what I mean. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the information. Again, hit that like and share, hit the bell to subscribe, go to my Keto Simplicity page, and like that. And I hope you get lots of good information from me. There's other guys out there that, if you want to, you should do some research yourself. I mean, there's lots of studies out there. If you're interested in reading those, don't just listen to people like me and Dr. Ken Berry and Thomas DeLauer and Dr. Eric Berg, Jimmy Moore, Maria Emmerich. I'm just dropping some names because those are people that I relish their information, very intelligent people, and they put that information out there that's easy to understand, and you can listen to them and learn so much. But yeah, I implore you to do the research yourself. Don't just take it from me, and find it and see what you think. But you will find, from what I'm saying, what everyone else is saying, it's true. The food industries, they want to cover that stuff up. They don't want you to be they don't want you to be fasting because they don't make any money when you're not eating. You know what I mean? So, and they don't make any money when you're not buying Twinkies. So, they want to try and make all their products and sell them. So if you're eating broccoli and steak and eggs, there's the products that are being manufactured in factories, they're not making money off of you. So you got to keep that in mind. So take what they're saying with a for with a I can't think of a euphemism right now, but anyways, take it with a grain of salt. There we go. I got one for you. But no, you just got to take it with a grain of salt what they're saying, because they've got a bunch of junk in their products that aren't healthy for you. Always read your ingredients labels. If there's things in there that you can't pronounce, they're probably not good for you. Anyways, just search it out. So that's all I'm going to say. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you use this information for the greater good, and have a good one. Thanks a lot for watching.